What's happening, YouTube? Beardedbrad here again for another review. But before we get to that, congratulations to LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers bringing home another championship to Ohio. It's always good to see. I'm sure we'll have another one here in the fall with Ohio State, and it looks like the Indians are shaping up to have a pretty good year themselves. So, pretty good time to be an Ohioan. It's always a good time to be an Ohioan. Who am I kidding? Anyway, to the review. Last week we did the A&E Apothecary Bearded Oil. This is going to be their beard balm. So this is the Beardaholics Anonymous, same line that they're using. This is their beard balm, and it is the orange, clove, and rosemary. First one they come out with, so we'll see if they come out with some different scents moving forward, but let's get into it. So first of all, 4 ounces. I mean, that's almost twice as much as you'd get with any other company for the same price. So definitely good value here. The thing I like about it, comes in a real easy to open container. A lot of them are screw lids. Once you get the stuff on your hand, you can't open it or close it. So smart engineering here on their part. It's not quite a wax, not going to be quite that heavy. This is a balm, so usually use the back side of my thumb, get a dime amount on there, and that's plenty. That's really all you need. So we'll go ahead and cap that back off. So you got your dime amount. You're going to want to go ahead and get that into the hands and just start working it together. You can see I kind of left the beard a little crazy today. For the intent of using this review. So the warmth of your hands is going to melt that down. You'll see it'll get a little shiny, get a little wet, and you're just going to kind of want to work that through the hair, starting at the bottom, working up through, and you just want to get like a nice even coat on everything that you're going to shape. And then we'll do just that. We'll start to shape it. Just kind of push it in the direction that you need it to go. Again, it's not going to mat it down so much as it is just to add a little bit of weight to the hair. It's going to help moisturize it. It's going to help with growth. It's going to help with the, the actual health of your face hair. So we'll work that in a little bit. It'll absorb over time. If you get a little bit on your face, not a big deal. Again, no harsh chemicals. It's all natural ingredients, essential oils, nothing that's going to hurt you. But if it does leave that a little bit shine, you can wipe that off with your hands, a towel, whatever. Clean your hands off when you're done. Second step is going to be using a couple different products. I have a beard brush, so it's a horsehair brush. It's fairly dense. And then I have a beard comb, so you can kind of see the difference between the two of these here. The beard comb is going to be good for separating hairs. When you first wake up, maybe in the morning, this is something that I would use. Kind of get everything loosened up. You can run your oils or your balms through there. But for this application, I'm going to go ahead and use the brush. I like this because not only does it separate, help kind of lay everything in the right direction, but being a little more dense, it does kind of help push things down too. Gives you that fuller effect, that fuller look, and it's a little more kempt. We want to try to avoid the stereotype that bearded guys are, outlaws and unkempt and we're just wild animals. It's a good look, but it's not really what I'm going for with this particular beard. I'm going to try to let it grow as long as I can, let it be long, but at the same time, I at least want to keep it somewhat professional as I do have to go to work each day. So we're going to keep running that through there. Again, more so just to kind of get everything going in the same direction, separate the hairs a little bit. It does exfoliate, does help a little bit with the growth. But more than anything, like I said, it does kind of help mat it down. You're not going to brush hard enough to where it's actually taking hairs out or, it's irritating your face or your skin. Just enough to kind of get everything the way you want it to look. Alright, we'll call that good enough for now. So that's it for the review. Again, it's A&E Apothecary. I'll put the link in the description. Check out their website. Again, a friend of mine, Ashley, is the one that kind of got me started on this. Newer product for them, so I'm trying it out. So far, so good. I like it. Like I said, the price is right. Knowing it's all natural, knowing it's local made here in Ohio. Pretty happy so far. I said last time I was going to maybe talk about issues coming up. I wanted to avoid the gun issue last time. It was a little too fresh, I think, with the Orlando shooting. So let's talk about guns real quick. I said it was one of the things I was going to talk about when I first started this adventure. A little information on me. I am a NRA certified pistol instructor, so we do concealed carry classes. My dad and I do that. I'm a gun owner. I was in the military. I shot guns as a kid, as a young adult, in the Boy Scouts. Learning some of the fundamentals and the safety procedures. And I guess that's kind of where I'm leading to. This country doesn't have a gun issue. Guns have been around since the beginning of this country. We didn't have an issue then. We don't have a gun issue now. So if that's where you think this is going, if those are the kinds of comments you want to leave or the type of fight you want to start with me, you might as well unsubscribe, because you're never going to hear me say things like that. It's not a gun issue. We've had guns, like I said, way too long before having some of these issues and these massacres and these mass shootings and these murders and the gang crimes that are involving guns. I've talked about a couple different things. All these things can happen without guns, and they're not happening simply because guns are around. It's a mentality issue. It's a sin issue. It's a person issue. It's a cultural issue. It's something that we need to address, absolutely, but I don't think taking away guns is going to solve it. With that said, I do think we could probably use some better laws to help keep guns out of the wrong hands. And for those of you that saying the NRA is not doing enough about that, or that they're pushing against it, that's just simply not true. The fact is, the NRA is the one that started the gun background checks for when you want to purchase a gun, maybe 10 years or so ago. I don't know the details, but check that out. Good group. Are they pushing for people to own guns? Absolutely. They're pushing for responsible gun owners, people that are trained, people who respect the abilities of guns. And let's face it, they're good for hunting, providing food for a family, for sport, for discipline, for collectorship, for protecting the nation, providing security for states and cities and towns. So it's not a gun problem. So I guess if that's where you want to go with it, that's fine. You're mistaken. There's no other way to put it. So what we do need to do, if you are a gun owner, I would strongly encourage you to know the guns that you're going to be carrying, know the guns you're going to be using, whether it be for sport, for hunting, just for an activity that you can share with a family member. Don't be that guy, as a saying that we like to say in our classes. Don't be the one who's the gun nut, so to speak. You still have to follow the laws. That's something, again, we're pointed to in so many aspects of society, is trying to buck the system, trying to not follow the laws because it oppresses us. Even if you disagree with the laws, there's something about being humble enough to acknowledge them and to be a decent citizen. Doing that's what's going to make you a good American. That's what's going to make you a good neighbor, a good friend, a good father. It's going to make you a good Christian. It's in the Bible that we need to submit to authority, knowing that ultimately our authority comes from God himself. So those people in that place, laws are in the place, and we're in our place. Our place is just to be responsible owners, to be responsible citizens. Make your stand. Talk to your congressman, talk to your representative, talk to your local representatives, whoever it might be. That obviously we do need some changes in this country. Taking guns away is not going to be what those changes. It's not going to result the way you want it to. I promise. That's how the Revolutionary War started, and I don't think we need to go down that line again. So check out the links. We'll put a link on there for Talent Defense, our concealed carry company, as well as the A&E Apothecary, the Beardaholics Anonymous Beard Balm. And until I speak to you again, I'm not sure what the next review is going to be or the next conversation. So if you have an idea or a tip, leave it in the comments. If not, maybe I'll take them in person. Hope to see you out there. In the meantime, be blessed, be bearded. Have a great week.